are going to set up a scene for you, and we are going to use Katie to help make a point. So you are, and I'm going a little personal, you are 32 years old.
Yes.
You are happy. You are healthy. Everything is absolutely wonderful because you have a full, newly married life ahead of you.
Love it.
All is good. If someone were to tell you, Katie, that in 2 years, at the age of 34, you would experience something called sudden cardiac arrest.
I don't even think I could fathom it. I really don't think I could fathom that. There's no way I would believe it, but that is exactly what happened to a Wicomico County woman. Sudden cardiac arrest at 34 years old. But she's here with a strong message today. That beat goes on. We would like to introduce you to sudden cardiac arrest survivor Jamie Ensor, who is also the president of the group The Beat Goes On, and board member Shannon Hannawald also joins us. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
So excited to kind of hear your story and just learn from you. So that was 3 years ago. Kind of take us back through what happened.
3 years ago in November. It was right before Thanksgiving, and my heart went into something called ventricular fibrillation, and we call it VFib. And I didn't have a pulse, I wasn't breathing. It happened at home. My husband was there, and he thankfully called 911 right away and started CPR. And the EMTs came out just a few minutes later and were able to get a beat back on the way to the hospital after a couple shocks. Yeah.
After a couple shocks?
Yes.
And that's important. We're going to talk about that here in a second. And we were talking before we went on camera here. How much of this do you remember?
I don't remember any of it. It happened on a Sunday, and I don't remember the entire weekend before it happened.
Was there anything that you do remember leading up to it that would have?
No, not at all. And so when I eventually did wake up from the coma in the hospital, and my friends and family were telling me, you know, what had happened, it was kind of hard for me to believe because I wasn't a heart patient. I had never been to a cardiologist before in my life, and so I just kind of didn't really understand why that had happened to me.
So out of the gate, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, thanks.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Let's talk more about why you're here.
Yeah.
Early intervention, when something like this happens, is hugely important.
Yeah. Every minute that passes without intervention, survival decreases about 10%.
So tell us a little bit about The Beat Goes On.
Yeah, so I kind of decided, you know, I realized that I was this rare survivor, and I kind of thought, well, what do I want to do with this story? And I thought that I'd start a nonprofit to donate AEDs to the community. So we actually have donated 2 AEDs so far. One to an incredible nonprofit called Team 360, and a couple weeks ago we just donated an AED to the Greater Salisbury building.
Wow, and that's what we've got on the table here. We've got the one from here at WBOC, and you brought the yellow one, just to show you there's different ones, but they were. Shannon, you've been eye candy this whole time, so can you tell us more about the AED donation program?
So they have to go on our website, which is thebeatgoesoninc.org, and they fill out an application, and then the board members review it and make sure that they're good candidates for it. And then we're doing the fundraising so that we can provide AEDs to as many people as possible.
So I'm sorry, just as clarification, you're talking about going online, filling out an application. That's for businesses who would like to receive a donated AED.
Organizations and businesses that would like to receive an AED to have in their building, they will go on the website and fill out the application.
Gotcha. Yeah, and we're 100% donations based right now, so we rely heavily on fundraisers and individual donors to provide our AEDs to organizations and businesses in the community. And,
so the biggest reason that you are here today is to try to let people know that they can make donations to your programs to provide AEDs to intervene when something like what happened to you happens to somebody around it.
Yeah.
Shannon, thank you so much for sharing your story, and thank you for doing this, because it is a wonderful effort and it's going to make a huge difference
so.
in a lot of lives.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.